Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast. Our favorite part of things, of course, is always hearing from you. And so during the show, sometimes we're not able to get to all the comments and emails, so we'd like to follow up before the end of the week here on the podcast.
Let's dig in. We have an email, well, a comment, rather, from Instagram, Facebook, from Phyllis. It says 3 comments about an After the Show podcast, which means, any of the podcasts she was listening to. Number 1, tell Sam to use the Duncan Hines recipe for chess squares. Delish, which is similar to
ooey
gooey cake.
Yeah.
Chess squares, I've heard of. I'm pretty sure I've eaten them before.
It's basically the same thing.
It's basically yellow cake, but more moisture in there. So it's a very delicious, moist piece of cake square.
Yeah. So it's not like a multicolored. For some reason, when I hear chess,
you're thinking checker cake.
Is that what that's called?
Checkerboard cake. It's not the same thing.
Chess and checkers.
Yeah.
Always mix
There's also
a
thing called a chess pie, which has nothing to do with squares
Maybe that's
chess
what I'm
squares.
thinking of.
Okay, so we could Google it, I guess, the Duncan Hines chess squares recipe. She swears it's delicious.
All right.
Number 2, she says music from Grey's, where we talked about the fact that I'm watching Grey's Anatomy again. Mm-hmm. And the music, sometimes it's driving me a little crazy because sometimes it's so similar. Like, it's getting really serious when it's always such these light little angelic songs. Some of them are right on the money, though.
Yeah.
And some of them are just fantastic. Some of them became hits. Snow Patrol.
I think that's what happened. A lot of them got overexposed. They did a great job of matching it to the mood of the show. But if you're already feeling the show's too melodramatic, the music intensifies that.
I love the show. And I'm actually, I think I'm going to maybe even catch up to where they are now. I don't know. I mean, I'm binging.
Wait, you mean like to the present?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why would I stop?
How many seasons are you in now?
3. There are 20 seasons.
You're going to do everything, or are you going to skip around to get up to
I'm not going to skip around. But you can't
because you wouldn't want to miss any of the story.
You can't skip around. They'll drop something. I just watched an episode where Christina spoke to George about George losing his father and said, I'm sorry, you're in the dead dad's club. It's a horrible club to be in. You're not in it until you're in it. And that was all she said. And they had a little exchange. And then I thought, I have this vague memory down the road that the reason that I haven't watched it again yet, but the reason she got into cardiothoracic surgery is because her dad died of a heart attack in front of her.
Oh.
It's like that. So this Shonda Rhimes, who's the writer, there are things that are dropped in that you're going to get answers to later. So therefore, I won't skip anything.
Yeah,
that makes sense. But if you're 3 seasons in and you started doing this, 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, I'm watching. I don't remember when I started.
Okay, fine. In about 7 months, you'll be there.
Why not? I got the time, right?
Yeah.
I like to read or watch a little something every day. So thank you for that, Phyllis. She says, running on sunshine, listen closely to the words. It was a piece of music used in Grey's Anatomy is what she means. So I'm going to look into it for you. Okay. This weekend, I'll find it. And then the last thing, my couch to 5K, I used it for my walking and running. She uses that. And I think that's because we've been talking about all the exercise. And we had an After the Show podcast about me walking with the vest and walking for health and my skeletal system.
Before I started doing the weight training stuff, as you remember, Jodi, I was kind of sedentary, right, before I started exercising. Mm-hmm. And the Couch to 5K, which I think we did on the show all those years ago, it kind of became trendy, but I remember going through that. It actually does work. Of
course it does.
I loved it because it's not really a fad. It actually is designed for somebody who has never done it, and then you gradually work your way, into it.
It's
and
the perfect title for it.
Yeah.
Couch to 5K.
Yeah.
It's the perfect title because I remember the first day you put on the tennis shoes and you said, I'm going out to do my first. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I think you probably just walk at first, the first few times with music.
You have like timed interval kind of stuff.
Smart. Getting your body. That's another thing that I think people make mistakes with exercise. You are on the couch or you're being sedentary or at work too much, and then you just want to be this athlete from one day to the next, and that is not how it works.
Yeah.
I was in the...
It's noble because that's your motivation speaking to you there, right? That's what you picture.
End.
Yeah.
But you have to do the habit. It does not happen overnight. It does not. I was doing yoga last night in the sauna, hot yoga, And there was a girl, I'd say much more fit than me, younger than me, next to me, but she was new to hot exercise, and I'm not. I've been doing that for 4 or 5 years, doing, yoga in the sauna. And in the middle of our session, she stepped out just to get some air because she's not used to it is all.
Right.
We didn't talk about it either, but I knew that's what it was because the first time I did it, I couldn't do 125 degrees for 40 minutes without stepping out for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
125 degrees.
Yes. And that's what I do now without stepping out of there, but I'm used to it. So you condition your body for what you're going to expect of it. So you're at the couch, but by the end of the program, I can't remember how many months, you are conditioned to run a 5K.
Yeah. And,
that's what it is.
You can actually do it. And each day that you're doing pushes you a little bit more, but that's how you get there.
Yeah. Slowly.
The other thing also, if anybody wants to try for the first time and has been sedentary, don't give up once you're into it for the first week or two, because when you first start doing any kind of exercise, when you've not been doing that, you're going to feel sick. I mean, and I don't mean muscle pain or whatever. I don't know what that is, toxins, whatever the body's doing, but when you I remember
it is toxins.
Yeah, I remember when I first started the workouts, it was that way, and then we went through COVID, and I wasn't going anywhere public for the better part of a year and a half working out. Trying to resume it was almost like starting all over again. It was the same thing.
Because what you're talking about is strength training, and you lose if you don't strength train consistently at least a couple of times a week, you lose that quickly. You don't lose cardiovascular ability as quickly as you lose muscle building.
Yeah, and the other thing about weight training is you don't have to envision it as being a muscle building competition or anything like that. There are people that work out around me like that. That's not my goal. Is the health part. I mean, my frame is strong. My posture is better since I started doing all that. It's just little things like that. So you don't have to set out to be a superhero and be all buffed out.
Speaking of the same sort of subject matter, Rebecca sent this regarding working out. I've lost 72 pounds.
Wow.
I'm 20 pounds from my goal.
Congratulations.
Close.
That is, and probably the last part of it could be the hardest for your body. And you probably know that already, Rebecca. We have this is a great story. We have a nice riding mower, but I'm using the push mower for exercise right now.
Wow.
I start out slow and then I pick up speed as I mow.
Oh.
I slow down as I get close to being done. I do the front half one day, then the back half the next day. It's about 40 minutes of exercise each day, and I try to mow after dinner.
Oh,
Man,
wow.
you're my hero, Rebecca.
Wow.
Because getting in your physical exercise, it's good for you mentally, but you're also doing something that has to be done anyway.
Yeah.
You're doing something that has to be done anyway. You're a genius.
And you're saving
Rebecca.
money because you're not paying somebody to do it.
I know.
Hey.
I love it.
I also have one here that's related to your health. It's from Randy. He says, I was looking at walking vests on Amazon, and there are just so many to choose from.
It's true.
Yeah. Literally dozens of different kinds. It's not the ones that have various weights in them. It's just different sizes and different styles. Not sure which one to choose.
Randy, look and just choose the best you can. If you're doing it online, make sure you can return it. If you're Amazon Prime, you can return it.
Yeah.
You can exchange it, and literally, this didn't feel good to me. The first one that I bought had 2 clasps, pew, pew, and I didn't like that. And I bought another one because I went up in weight. And this new one, the heavier one, it's pink, Murphy. It only has 1.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's just more comfortable.
Yeah.
It's heavier,
And I
but
guess
it's more comfortable.
Maybe it's only got 1 because it can't be pulled in as much since it's heavier.
I
There's
guess.
More. And the
idea.
kind that Jodi bought have, I'm trying to remember the description, they're metal type beads or whatever it is that's on the inside
Feels like
of them.
heavy, heavy sand.
Yeah, it's not sand. And I've read different things about that. There are different people say different things about the ones that are sand filled, either not holding up as well or something like that. And the metal ones, just for whatever reason, are more robust, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe more well made.
Randy, if it's going to be something you are wearing to walk in, like, rucksack or weighted vest, just choose one that you think is, looks comfortable to you. You have to learn to sort of visualize that, but just make sure that you can exchange it if you don't like it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this, but maybe like at Academy or other sports places like that, would you be able to find?
Probably.
Is that where you could try it on a person?
There are more to choose from online, but if you go to a sports place, of course, you can get someone to help you and you can put some on and walk around with them. It is crazy to me. I am blown away. I've exercised my whole life, and I am blown away by that.
The
like
simplicity.
I should have done it years ago.
Yeah.
I love being outside. I love walking anyway. It is like adding weight training to a walk. It doesn't take the place of weight training, but it is adding resistance, and I happen to just love it. It's probably not for everybody. Some people wouldn't like it. The first time I did it, I felt a little sick because I was going too fast. I was really I was being overzealous.
Yeah.
But I hope you like it, and I hope you get one. And finally, this is from Becky. This is about Gus, your
Oh, my
dog,
dog.
Sam. She
Yes.
wanted to weigh in on the fact that you know that he is
In the twilight years.
Right. How's he doing, by the way? We haven't talked about it much.
He has been doing okay, but it always seems like whenever we bring him up, he's on the downslope. So
I'm sorry.
The past few days, he's just been
Right.
there.
But he's comfortable, right? And
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no
he's a
like,
happy boy.
yeah. I mean, the tail wags. He can't wait to go outside. all that
Wonderful.
stuff.
Hopefully, he'll always be that way. Becky said this regarding Gus. Losing a pet is one of the hardest things anyone will ever do. For me, next to losing family and friends, it is the hardest thing I have done. You have to follow your heart when there is a decision to be made. Their quality of life is the most important thing to consider. It's understandable to not want to let them go, but it's about them, not us.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful way to put it, Becky. I still get ambushed with feelings about each one of them, but the memories comfort me. I thought after I lost one, I'd never get another. 3 weeks later, I saw a Yorkie that reminded me of the one I'd lost a few weeks earlier. I chose to rescue him. He healed my heart. That was 13 years ago.
Wow.
So thank you, Becky, for
Thank
sending
you,
your
Becky.
love.
Reach out to us anytime. You can hit us up on all of our socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or of course you can email us, easy to do, at murphysamandjody.com.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jody podcast.